Making oxtail, Glock fresh out the box, I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design. Five wives rain, not be overzealous. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
We good, sir.
We can go ahead and get started. Can y'all hear me?
Sir.
All right, shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohanan. Today is the Wednesday night law class in Austin, Texas, where we go into the scripture and answer your questions about any and everything. We teach that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true chosen people of God, and that the white man is the devil, el hombre blanco es el diablo de la Santa Biblia. It's what we teach according to the Bible. Today's topic is the burden of marrying a leader. So many people, because of religion and because of life and because of the world, they think they want someone that's a leader. They think that they want to be in the limelight, because they think that's what leadership is. Because of America and the white man and social media and the way you've been raised to believe life is supposed to be about, you have started to believe the lies of America. And you start to believe that I'm supposed to get with a rich man to have a good life and to be at peace and to be at harmony and everything is going to be good because I find me a good man with good money and all of that. One thing that you don't understand about a leader is a leader has to work. That's what he has to do. And because of television, the devil has deceived you into believing that if you're not happy, then you should leave. If you are stressed because of your man, because everything is not good, you should leave. If things are not working out in your favor, you should leave. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And let's start at like verse 4, something like that. The first thing that I want to teach you today is what real love is. Television has taught you love. You thought marriage and you thought love was what Cinderella had. You thought what Pocahontas had with John Smith was love. You thought that what Simba and Nala had was love. That's what you thought. Disney raised you to believe what marriage really is, when everybody from Disney is in the Epstein files. Everybody. Remember that. Well, what we're going to teach you today is what real love is according to the Bible and God and the prophets of God, because we understand what it is, because we show it every day. We show it every day, and we're going to prove it to you. Go ahead and read what you got.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. Charity suffer long and is kind. Charity envieth not.
One second. One thing you have to know about love, about charity, is that charity does what for a long time?
Kind is kind.
No, start at the top.
Charity envieth. Salakia. Charity is suffer. Salakia. Suffer long.
That's what love really is. Love is suffering. And if you say that you're following Christ and you got the what would Jesus do as your motto for living on this earth in this truth, then what would Jesus have done? He suffered you being a sinner. See, you live under the letter of the law because you want to just punish people for when you're not happy. That's what you want to do. You want to just kill or leave. But the first thing that you are going to learn about real love is suffering is involved with love. How did Christ show his love for us?
Damn.
Anybody?
Suffering, sir.
He died. He died a gruesome death. If you just watch the Passion of the Christ, I remember when I was young and I watched the Passion of the Christ, I fell in love with Christ. Because I was like, damn, he went through all of that for me. Now I watch the Passion of the Christ and I love it because it's a white man getting his ass whooped. And I just watch it to say, that's right. But just imagine that being a black man, a Hispanic. Imagine that being your brother. Imagine that being someone that looks like you, dying for the people that is saying, crucify him, crucify him. That's what our King did. Our King gave his life for the very people that hate him, for the very people that called him to charge before the magistrates. That's what he did. And so when he died, when he saw everybody saying, crucify him, he didn't say, Lord, I don't want to die for them no more because I'm mad, because they not real, because of my emotions. You know what they said? You know what Christ said? Christ said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Because, read it from the top.
God on the one con, sir. Charity suffer long.
Wait,
and
right
is
there.
kind.
Right there. How long does charity suffer?
Long.
Long. And in the midst of its suffering, it remains what?
Kind.
Kind. Black Hispanic women, you have to understand that your husband may be rough and rigid and rough around the edges, but he's in the right place and so are you. If you marry a brother in the ISUPK, or you thinking about marrying a brother in the ISUPK, you are marrying a leader. That's what you're doing. You're marrying someone, you're marrying the top 1% in the earth of men that see value in Black and Hispanics. And they want to lead them out of this hell. And yeah, your husband may be a hypocrite right now because he's young in the truth. He just came into the truth. He's still struggling with some things. And you think that gives you the license. You think that gives you the license to be evil to him. Well, you being evil to him proves that you don't love him. You don't understand what love is, because real love does what? Read again from the top.
Con.
I'm teaching
Charity
class.
suffer long.
All right. Okay.
And is kind.
It's real love suffers long. Real love suffers for a long time and it remains kind. That's very important for sisters. This is only for the sisters. Now, this class really more so, it's not, it's for the sisters and the brothers, because I got some brothers too. But this class is for any sister that really want to be one West. Any sister that really want to have the right spirit, that really want to be a good woman to their husband. This is what this class is about. This class is going to get you right, because you're going to understand that everything does not revolve around you and your feelings and your emotions. All right? So now you're going to love through the suffering and stay kind. What else you going to do? Keep going.
God on the one con, sir. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up.
Another thing charity don't do is envy others. That's what charity don't do. Envy in the street is called hating. Charity don't hate, and it don't vaunt itself, meaning it's not arrogant, it's not puffed up. And a lot of times we are prideful and arrogant in how we see things and how we live and how we view life. But that's not what real love is. Keep going.
Got on the one concert. Verse 5. Doth not behave itself unseemly. Seek not her own.
Seek what?
Not her own.
Go ahead.
Found on the one concert. Is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil.
Let me tell you something. This is going to help every sister that's watching this, because it's going to help you understand that selfishness, it will exclude you from being married to a leader, because leaders are selfless. And if you only think of yourself and your own, then you are not able to be with a man that is ready to save the world. You can't deal with that. You can't deal with the pressure that he has to leave. He's not going to be here. He can't sit up under the TV all day and watch Netflix with you. It's the same thing that women in the white man's military have to deal with. My husband is out saving the world, fighting for our freedom. It's the same weight that a woman that's married to a fireman has to feel. A woman that's married to a fireman, where does the fireman stay? Go ahead.
At the firehouse.
Razan, go ahead, Razan. What is it?
What Officer Samarwan said, the firehouse?
With who?
With the other firemen?
Yeah, with the brothers. The firemen stay at the firehouse with the brothers. How long?
Forever.
24 hours.
Day and night. Why? Because the fireman belongs to the people first. Because you are married to him, he doesn't belong to you first. He belongs to the people first, because his job is to protect and serve the people first. That's his job. Who else is going to do it? You know, the damn firemen get to every crime scene before the ambulance and the police. Them niggas is like the Levitical priesthood, because that's what the Levites were. The Levites stayed in the temple, the tabernacle, and when they were on call all day, dealing with what? Demons, dealing with sickness, dealing with fires, dealing with food shortage, dealing with all the problems of the people. That's what they did. And your husband is that in training. That's what he is. So there's no reason for you to vaunt and envy and puff yourself up, because what you've chosen is a damn superhero. You chose to be with Superman, the nigga Superman. That's what you chose to be with. And you're going to have a mindset of being selfless, because you're not going to get all of his time, because he belongs to the people. Keep going.
Got on the one concert. Verse 6. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth.
See, when you start to really show love, you can't rejoice in evil and people's downfall and they hurt. And you can't be a gossiper. You don't rejoice in iniquity. What you rejoice in is righteousness, happiness, helping people. See, if you have a leader for a husband, that automatically puts you in the type of category to be a leader. You know, like in the fake Christian church, all you got to do is marry a preacher and you instantly become the what? The first lady. It's just, all you're doing is you sleep with this man that has the title of preacher, whether you believe or don't believe, you're When you at home, they're gonna say, where the first lady at? You sitting at the house in your drawers watching the football game, you don't even like church. Everybody in the church is going to refer to you as the first lady because he's the first man. That's what it is. So now you gotta imagine that trooper that's laying in your house right now is a leader. You see him as somebody who's going through a phase or he's just trying something out. He's in the UPK because he's being trained to be a leader of God's nation. And you have a responsibility as a woman by his side. You have a responsibility. Your job and your relationship with your husband is going to be hard. This class is not a feel-good class. This class is not something to make you feel like, well, I should get this or I should get that. No, we're going to get real today. We're going to get real today for the brothers and the sisters. Because this job that you have as a wife of a priest is hard. And that's why you were chosen to do it. That's why. Because you're strong enough to deal with it. That's why. Now, you're going to start with understanding that. Keep going. Read the next part.
It's like it, sir. I can pick it up for you, sir.
If go ahead.
Verse 7.
Come on. Verse 7. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things.
That's what real love look like. You bear all the struggles. See, that's what the fake vows in the church are. To have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, all of that, through sickness and in health. That's bearing all things. But as soon as your man lose your job, you divorce him. As soon as he say anything, you hate him. You change your mind about him based off of your feelings. They say, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, and endureth all things. You know what these are? Emotions. And you have to fight through your feelings, no matter what you're going through. Because you now have to strengthen this man that is carrying the weight of the nation. You don't understand. I know a lot of you sisters wanted to really spend time with your husband at the Passover. How did that go? Huh? I know a lot of you really wanted to get a picture with your husband in y'all's garments and in your dress and with the children. How did that go if your husband was on Shamar? If your husband was working in the kitchen? If your husband was on the film crew? If your husband was doing anything, how did it go? Yeah, you see exactly what I'm talking about now. You didn't get no picture. You had to go down there to his post and take a picture with him. You had to go in the kitchen and he had a net on around his beard and his head with gloves on, and you had to take a picture with him, and he had to go with a plate in his hand and lamb and unleavened bread like this. All right, man, I'm going. Let me go serve these people. That's what you signed up for. You signed up to be with a servant of the people. And that is a very hard job. Now, let me tell you something. If you're not cut out for being with a real nigga, then just go ahead and leave him. You don't got to stay with him. Don't think that you're going to hold him down. Leave him. Because what we're going to teach a brother tonight and a sister is what you're going to do if you really love your man. Because I'm going to show you what God's going to do to you. That's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what God is going to do to you for holding him back. That's what I'm going to show you. So I want to get this out the way so I can show you the foundation of the love that you got to have. You got to stay by his side, bearing all things, believing all things. What is that talking about? Your husband is in the truth. And what he says about the Sabbath, how to dress, how to eat, what to wear, who to sleep with, who not to sleep with, all of that. I know you was taught something different. You better believe all things that he say. You better understand what he's saying comes from God. Hoping all things. The things that he hopes for, you need to hope for because your desire is to your husband. But you are in the safest place to give your husband your full trust. You're in the safest place to do it because your husband is not leading you into darkness alone. Fake Israelites, Christians, religious leaders, followers, whatever they doing out there, those women are in an unsafe place. And the worst thing about it is a lot of those women are trying to submit to these evil, wicked niggas. Let me tell you something. We have a structure in here to make sure you are safe to submit to your husband. You're safe. You just have to follow the protocols. You have to believe all things. We tell you to take him to counsel, take him to counsel. Don't worry about the pushback. Don't worry about how he gonna walk around the house smacking his teeth, looking at you crazy and saying, oh, you telling them niggas about my business. So what? You better do what we tell you to do if you want this to work. Because both of you chose to come in here. We didn't force you to come in here. You came in here because you believe this is where the Lord is. Now you have to follow the rules that we have. Believeth all things, hoping all things, and what? Your mic is muted.
Endureth all things.
You're going to have to endure it. You're going to have some bad days, sis. You're going to have some bad days too. She going to get on your nerves. She going to ride you. She going to ride your back about nothing. You're going to have the worst day ever at work, and you're going to come home and she's going to be sitting there ready to complain. That is not a reason to leave. Endure all things.
Right.
All things that are what? That are lawful. Because you don't got to endure no adultery. That's one thing you ain't got to endure. When it says all things, you're going to endure all things that are lawful. Why? Read the next one.
Come on, Khan. Charity never faileth.
Because real love, it don't fail. And we come in this school to have real love for one another and our brothers and sisters and our nation, our King, and our God. And that is not going to fail. That's not going to fail. But what? Read the next part.
Come on, Khan. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
Yeah, a lot of people, you've been prophesying that Christ is going to come back in the year of this. On the 27th of April, Christ is going to come back. They said Christ was coming back April the 1st. Did y'all see that? April the 1st, Christ is supposed to have came back. Yeah, those prophecies failed. Let me see what it say. Prophecies, what else? What's the second one?
Come on, Khan. Tongues. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease.
Yeah, languages. What are we doing? We are reawakening the Lashawan Kwadash because that ceased. A lot of people learned some bull stuff, Yiddish. You understand? Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
Man, there's so many different things that have been invented that have been destroyed. You know, Alexander's library got burnt down way back in the day. They've been destroying history and information, and we study finding it because it ceased for a little while. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Verse 9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part.
See, in the ISUPK, we know in part and we prophesy in part. Fake Israelites use this scripture to say we can't all come together because Christ's gonna have to put us together because we don't all have the truth. That's a lie. The ISUPK has the truth.
That's right.
We know in part and we prophesy in part. What do we know in part? Christ is coming back, 200 million angels. He's going to fight against our enemies and he's going to destroy them in less than an hour. We know that part and we prophesy in part. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Verse 10. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
When Christ comes, we don't know the day that Christ comes, but when he comes, now we'll have the full picture. We knew in part that he was coming. It was just like COVID. We was like, the Lord going to plague this place. We didn't know when it was going to happen. When it happened, then that which was in part was done away. We told you it was going to happen. It happened right now. It's happening in your face right now. That's your husband. And your husband may say some things to you that sound crazy. It may sound like, what are you talking about? I need to go and get some beans and rice and store up. I need water. We barely got enough to get by. Why are you talking about this? Ain't nothing gonna happen. They've been saying something. You better listen to your husband. You better listen, because the Lord put him in the house with you to protect you from what's outside of the house. And there's a lot of women in the Bible that didn't listen to their husbands. They didn't listen. And they found out why they should have. So it's important that you take heed to what's being told to you, because if you marry a leader, you are marrying someone that doesn't have time to fight the earth and the world and the white man and the system and the highways and the go into the highways and the byways and get them out, people off of drugs and do food programs and prison programs and food drives and clothes drives and all this, and then come home and argue with you. No. Captain Saka taught a class yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. He said it's a time to heal. And this is a time to heal. And we finna heal from all this bullshit we've been going through. And if you are the bullshit that's been going through your husband, that your husband has been going through, it's gonna be a time to heal from you too.
That's right.
We're gonna heal. Let me get Genesis 19. Did we finish this 1 Corinthians before we go there, Salakia?
We stopped at verse.
How many more verses like that?
We got 3 more verses.
Okay. No, we good.
Stopped at verse 10.
We good with that. Go to where I was just saying Genesis 19.
Come.
Yeah. All right, let's start at 26.
Come. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 26.
What's going on in this chapter? In this chapter, Abraham before this prayed for the wicked. And the Salakia, before we go here, let's go to 2 Ezra, chapter 7.
Come.
2 Ezra, chapter 7. And I want to start at verse 36.
Come. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 36. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites.
Stop. Abraham prayed for the gays. Abraham prayed for the pedophiles. He said, Lord, if there's 50 righteous men in this land, will you save them? The Lord said, for you, I will. What song is that? Who did they sing this song? Whitney Houston? I'll cross the ocean for you. Listen, the Lord said, for you, I will. He said, what about 45? It's like, for you, I'll do it. What about 40? He went all the way down. He said, what about 1? I was Monica. Look, sis, no. Yeah, Monica. He said, what about if there's 1 righteous man in this land? He said, if there's 1 righteous man in this land, I'll save him for you. Right. So what happened? The Lord sent some angels to one man's house. The angels walked through a town and they saw how wicked these people were. Right? But what did Abraham do for these wicked people? He prayed for them. That's right. And that's what we're taught to do in the ISUPK. Fake Israelite groups condemn wicked Negroes to hell. You niggas is the 2/3. Y'all the 2/3. What do we say? It is my heart desire and prayer for Israel that all of you may be saved. Because I understand you, because you're my brothers. And I know that you have a zeal for God but not according to knowledge. So we want you to listen to what we teaching so that we can bring you into the knowledge of the truth. And so your husband is a man that loves wicked people so much that he has to take away time from his own family. He has to take away time and go and put his life on the line for the very people that hate him and say, get a job, get out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Move around. That's what your husband is doing.
Right.
Your husband is going out and fighting for a people that no one is fighting for. They have thrown them away already. But Abraham did what?
Con. Then said I, Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites.
Go ahead.
Con. And Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness.
And Moses was praying for the brothers in the wilderness that were sinning. The Lord was so tired of them niggas in the wilderness. He said, I'm going to kill everybody and just start with you, Moses. We would have been the Mosesites.
Right.
Moses like, Lord, please don't do it. Because if you do this, your enemies are going to laugh at you and say, you did this on purpose. Your God brought you into the wilderness just so he could destroy you. That's what you're going to say. That's what they're going to say about you. Lord, please don't do it. Because righteous man's job is to pray for the wicked. Keep going.
Right. Con. Verse 37. And Jesus after him for Israel in the time of Achan.
Jesus, who was there? This is Joshua. Achan is the man that took the Babylonian garment. That's what he did. This is Joshua praying for the nation. He's like, Lord, I think there was 20 brothers that died. Why did we lose 20 brothers? Why? Because when we would go to war, we would lose nobody. Because the Lord was with us. Well, what did he do? He had to pray for the wicked men. Keep going.
Con. And Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that shall come to the sanctuary. Verse 39.
Read verse 41.
Con. Verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. Wherefore shall it not be so now also?
Now also, are we going to stop praying for the ungodly? Let me tell you what happens 9 times out of 10. Brothers stop wanting to work because they want to take care of everything else but their priestly duties. And that was such an evil thing. Man, it's a scripture in the Apocrypha I need right now when it said they uncovered their heads. They uncovered their heads. Oh man, where's that at? 1 second. This scripture will show you how important it is.
Salakia, sir.
What you got?
Is it Susanna 1 and 32?
I think you got it.
All right, let me go to the Bible and get it.
No, right. Not that one. No. If somebody in the chat could find that scripture for me. When it said that the prophets uncovered their heads to feed their children and their wives, something like that.
Right.
Go back to where we was at in Genesis. Go back to where we were. Let me tell you what happened. Abraham had prayed for Sodom and Gomorrah. His nephew Lot was in that land. And who was his nephew Lot in that land with? His family and his wife. And the angels gave his wife and his family strict instructions. Very strict. Genesis 19. What verse I said? Let me see.
You said 26, sir?
Yeah, it started 22.
Con. It's the book of Genesis.
It's perfect. 19.
Con. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse 19. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast shewest unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die. Verse 20. Behold, now this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one, and my soul shall live? Verse 21. And he said unto me, see, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Verse 22. Haste thee, escape thither.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
For I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar. Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah.
Yeah, stop right there. It's one thing for you not to believe what your husband say, but it's another thing for you to see it happening and still not believe. How long we been talking about Iran going into and the U.S. fighting and having World War and saying that this is the beginning of the fall of America and that Christ is coming soon. We said that when there was peace,
right,
in the Middle East. We said that when they were having peace treaties and everyone was joined together and we were going to work together and this and that and the third, and we told you that these nations were going to turn against America. And now everything that we've said is happening right in your face. Keep going.
The Lord, the sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah, brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven.
Keep going.
Verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city that which grew upon the ground.
Keep going.
Verse 26. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt.
Let me tell you something. Lot's wife didn't want to leave the world. She didn't want to leave the world. Lot was trying to bring her out of the world into safety. She didn't want to go into safety. She wanted to go and see what was really going on. What's really happening? Because I don't believe what he write about what he's saying is happening. Maybe it's something else. What's really happening back there? That's what's happening. What's really happening is because you don't believe your husband, it's going to destroy you. It's going to take you. And God is going to punish you. Let me tell you something. You may not respect your husband, but you better respect where he is. And you better know that God is in this place. That's what you better do. If you don't love him, love God. If you don't respect him, respect God. Because your husband now works for him. And you're not going to mess up God's business because you just don't believe. You don't like it. You're not going to stop God's business from happening. You think God is going to allow you to be something that stops his works from coming to pass? You think you're going to do it? See, you take too much upon yourself if you believe that much about yourself. If you think you're that important. Lot's wife thought she was that important. She thought that God's word wasn't going to come to pass on her. She's still sitting there right now as a pillar of salt. If you need to salt bathe your steak, there's some salt in Sodom that's sitting there for sure. And you can go and get all the steaks you want and salt bathe it. And its name is Lot's wife. Don't become something that we remember because of your disobedience. Don't become that. Because there's another woman that the Lord had to remove out of her husband's life. Because she had her husband distracted. Go to that in Ezekiel.
Come on, Con.
Yeah, the Lord, give me Ezekiel 24 and 15. The Lord told Ezekiel, let me see, Ezekiel 34. Did I say 34 or 24?
You said 24, sir.
Yeah, the Lord told Ezekiel what to do. He gave him strict instructions. He said, I want you to go out, I want you to teach, I want you to let my people know that they messing up, and I'm about to destroy them. Oh yeah, I got something else to tell you. Read verse 15.
Come on, Con. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 24, in verse 15. Also, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 16, Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes with a stroke. Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down.
Let me tell you how dangerous it is to be a distraction to a prophet of God. Sisters, I know you love your husband, and I know you want to be in his skin. I know you want to wear his shirt that he got on. You want your head to be right here in his shirt with him. I know you want to be in your husband's license picture. I know you want to be just like this next to your husband in his license, like this. I know, and it's honorable. I know you love him. I know you do. But sis, don't distract your husband from the work of the Lord.
That's right.
Don't do that. Because the Lord knew that Ezekiel didn't want to go to camp because he wanted to stay home with Babe. He wanted to get unclean. The Lord made sure that he wasn't getting unclean with her. He was like, oh yeah, read that part again.
Come on, Con. Verse 16, verse 15. Also, the word of the Lord came unto me.
If you hear that, also the word of the, he told him, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do that, I want you to do this. Oh yeah, also the word of the Lord came to Ezekiel and said what?
Son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes with a stroke. Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down.
Let me tell you, if you're a distraction to your husband, and you're distracting him from the work of the Lord, your death will not be dramatic. It'll be because your husband will get orders to do what? What did God tell Ezekiel to do? See, this is God, not your Jesus. You know, I don't believe that about God. This is what the Most High. This is how the Lord feels about His people and His work.
That's right.
And this is important for you to understand, sis, because you don't know that God is this gangster. You keep reading these Bible stories like it's story time. It is story time. And the God of the Bible told this man to do what? Read it again.
Come on, Con. Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep.
He said,
neither.
when I kill your wife, you better not even cry. What? See, you think that you're the most important thing in your husband's life. That's what you think. You think that you're the biggest thing. And you think his life should be about your life. You think he should always be focused on you. Guess what? Your husband has a wife that is way more jealous than you.
That's right.
Your husband got oil poured in his head, and he became married to the game. He became the husband of one wife when he got oil poured in his head. See, you don't understand what the Bible is talking about with the relationship between us, his children, and our Father. You get in the way of our relationship with our Father, then you won't be in the way of the relationship with our Father. He said, when I kill her, do what?
Come on, Con. Yet neither shall thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down. Verse 17. Forbear to cry, make no mourning for the dead, bind the tire of thine head
See
upon
how
thee.
much he's bringing, how serious he is about him not crying. Like, okay, I'm trying to help you understand something. If Ezekiel would have cried over his wife, he would have sinned, because the word of God told him not to. He said, I'm gonna take her with the stroke. Don't mourn. Don't let the tears run down your face. Forbidden to cry. Why? Because she was the desire of his life and not the work of God. If the Lord called your husband in this school to do the work of the Lord, then your husband is married to the game. And you better get the hell out the Lord's way, or he'll get the order to miss your funeral. Miss it. Don't cry over her. He said, don't cry over her. Don't let the tears run down your eyes. But what should you do? And what you better do? What did he say after that?
Khan, bind the tire of thine head upon thee.
He said, wrap your mitri. That's what binding the tire is. He said, wrap that meat. He said, don't cry over your wife, but you know what you better do? You better be wrapping that mitri up and doing what?
Khan, and put on thy shoes upon thy feet.
Put your boots on and do what?
And cover not thy lips.
Do what?
Cover not thy lips. And eat not the bread of men.
He said, listen, you better go and teach and fast. And you better not cry. That's what you better do. Did you find that scripture for me, Shamar? You couldn't find it?
I remember you broke it down in San Antonio.
I gotta find it then. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. That's what you better do, man. Hold on, let me see. I think it's in one of them books. I think that's got one chapter in the Apocrypha. It's not the Prayer of Azan. You see? Because this scripture is amazing. So look, y'all, just give me 1 second.
Come on, soon.
I sure don't see it either. Okay, I'll find it later. Sisters, don't be a hindrance to your husband in the work of the Lord. If you know your husband got to go to camp tomorrow, do not entice him with that box. You should have been ready. You should have been hot and ready the nights before camp. If your husband go to camp on Saturday, don't try to throw this thing on him Friday. You should throw it on him Thursday. Give him that till Thursday so that he can be clean. You give him that till Friday, now he coming up to the camp talking about, so like it, girl, I'm unclean. Nigga, we can't do nothing with you out here unclean.
Right.
What you doing? They can't even salute you. You could have just stayed at home. Well, we're going into a period right now where the Lord is very serious about his priests because time is short. Time is moving faster. So, like Paul said, don't worry, we're gonna get to Paul. We're gonna get to Paul.
Like it, sir.
Come on.
I think I found it in the letter of Jeremiah.
I think you may be right.
Come.
What did it say? Where is that?
So it's the part that you were talking about is a little bit in the 30s, but it starts in verse 30.
Start at 31. That is it. Out the water.
Come.
Now, Ezekiel was told to not cover his lips. What? Why? To go out and teach. Now, look what these men did. Go ahead.
Come on, Khan. Verse 31. And the priests sit in their temples, having their clothes rent and their heads and beards shaven, and nothing upon their heads.
These priests now, they sitting up, their clothes ripped off of them, shaving their head, which lets you know that shaving your head for no reason is wrong. And it also lets you know that if you don't have nothing on your head as a priest, you're wrong. The Lord didn't tell him to tell Ezekiel to uncover his head. He told him to cover his head, bind the tire on thy head. These priests, these evil men, were sitting in the temple doing no work. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Verse 32. They roar and cry before their gods, as men do at the feast when one is dead.
Yeah, like the Christian pastor running up and down the aisles and screaming and hollering like they had a funeral or something. That's what they did. Keep going.
Come on, Khan. Verse 33. The priests also take off their garments and clothe their wives and children.
They do what?
They take off their garments and clothe their wives and children.
Somebody in the chat, somebody on the stage, tell me, what does that mean? The priests take off their garments to clothe their wives and their children. Why aren't the priests working in the temple? I want to see if somebody in the chat gonna get it. Why aren't they? Go ahead, Rizan.
Like I said, the priests are too busy taking care of their families instead of doing they're holding down their office.
What does that mean?
That means they're distracted.
It doesn't mean they're distracted, but make it practical to the day.
They love their wives more than the work.
They love their wives and their children more than work. But how are they showing it? What are they doing? The sister says they didn't do God's work. They are providing for family. Give her a hand. You know why these brothers wasn't able to do the work of the Lord? Due to slavery.
Right.
That's what they were doing. They were slaving. They were so focused on what was happening. The real was saying, you're always up in the temple with the priests. The kids need some shoes and some clothes. We need you at home. You doing some work. What's wrong? You know what, baby, you right. So now you run to the temple in the middle of the night and you need the fireman. But the fireman is at home with his wife and his kids. You run to the firehouse, you call 911 in the middle of the night. But they say, oh, I don't got no police on call right now. Because they at home with their women and children. You understand, right? You say somebody kicking in your door, somebody kicking at your door right now. Oh, well, I don't have nobody on call because they're at home with their wife and children. You could understand that, right? Do you understand that? You call 911 and somebody tells you that the laws wasn't available because they was at home with their wife and kids. Would you understand that? Hell no, you wouldn't. You're like, well, who the hell am I call then? Who the hell gonna come and help me at this time? See, this is when all that virtuousness comes in. This is when the virtue comes in, sisters, because we need your virtue in order for us to be able to protect and serve. And there's going to have to be a serious type of sister that comes into the truth, that really understands how important it is to be there for her brothers and this work of the Lord. Because we can't raise the dead and heal the sick and make the blind see and do inventory. When is inventory, Shamar, what?
So like I said, you said what? When's inventory? May 30th. May 30th, sir. They said we better be there.
It's Jamal. Listen, you got to do inventory. How long does inventory take?
We can get it done in a day if everybody's diligent.
So what if I call you what if I call you in the middle of inventory and say, Salak, I need you to go handle the situation?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my boss that I got UPK business. That's what I tell my slave. I got UPK business.
You know, man, he can go be about his father's business. But you know what these priests were doing? They was sitting in the temple talking about, man, it's slow right now, man. We need some money. Man, I'm finna go home, bro. I'm finna go do this. And now the people are starving. The people don't get fed. Such an evil thing. And they're doing it for a good reason to them. They're doing it for who? Their wife and their children.
That's right.
Wives and children, don't be a stumbling block that keeps your family in hell. I know it's a hard thing we're asking of you. I know it's a hard thing to ask. But we all got to be selfless. Your husband has to be selfless. You as a wife, you have to be selfless. And you children have to be selfless. That's what has to happen in order for this to ever work. In order for us to be doing this and not doing it forever, let me tell you, I don't want to go to the 66th annual Passover.
Right.
I want to go to the 60th annual. Where we at? Who's at the 57th? I don't want to have the 60th annual. What we're going to have to do is get the tribes together, and we're going to have to put more work into our family and our nation than the white man's. There's some long stuff in that chapter. Let me give you let me go to another story. Give me Job chapter 2 real quick.
Kind.
Now, I know a lot of you sisters think you would have married Jesus. If Jesus would have been there, you would have married him because you know how to pick a good man. And you understand, you think you want you a righteous man. A righteous man ain't never at home. Where did Jesus stay? What was his house? Jesus said, foxes have holes, birds have nests. The Son of Man had nowhere to lay his head. Well, there was a righteous man that was at home. There was a righteous man that was at home with the family having an excellent time. And guess what the Lord did to him because he was a man that God chose? See, I'm trying to show you how terrible the God is that we serve. Read verse, start at verse 1.
Kind. It's the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 1. Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. Verse 2. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Let me tell you something. Job was the Jesus in the land of his time. Job was so righteous that God said, Satan, you've been out there trying to take the easy route. You've been dealing with the weak man. Why don't you go and get him? Your husband coming up in this truth can sometimes just be someone that God is hurting just to show everybody how strong he is. And because you're so carnal and you see that he's so broke and he's going through so much, you say, I can't deal with it. I can't stay by his side. This is too much on me. when you are with the one of the most righteous men in your area. You passing up on your Jesus. That's what you're doing.
That's right.
The Lord put you with one of the most righteous men in your zone, and you said, I just can't do it no more. Because you would have never married Jesus. Because Jesus loved God more than you. And a lot of you women are fighting for your husband's soul because you want your husband to worship you. You want him to make you the center of his life. You want him to make you his idol. He's not willing to do it. He's not willing to bend to your needs. He's not willing to bend to your wants and everything that you think that you want. And you want him to worship you. And you don't even know it. You don't know all the antics and the complaining and the crying and the faking that you do. It's really worship. You're really trying to worship, trying to have him worship you. But we worship the Most High. And you better be glad he won't worship you. Because if he ever showed an inkling of weakness toward you to where he could potentially act like he's going to worship you, the Lord could take you away with a stroke. A single stroke. He can take you away and require your husband to not be unclean. Go ahead.
Tom Khan.
Go ahead.
Salakia. Yeah, Salakia, sir. No, it's heavy what you're saying, and it just like makes me think about what I see online all the time with our women and when there's interviews, because when they ask the order to the woman always says she's going to choose her child first, then she says God, then she says her man. But I understand why we are raised, how we are raised to where we feel like we should be able to do anything as men and not have no correction or no trouble, because our mothers always show up for us no matter how wicked or disgusting we are. They always choose us first over God, over their husband, over anything. Salakia, sir.
What you said was so real, because you are now married to your mama. And your mama get mad when you put your wife before her. Let me tell you something, mothers that are married to your sons. You are evil. Your son belongs to his wife. If you need a man, go get one. That's what you need to do. Go and get you your own man, because your daughter-in-law has her own man, and it's not your son. He is not your boo. He doesn't bring you Mother's Day cards and Valentine's Day. Can you imagine? Valentine's Day is, in my mind, about sex, and you mad at your son for not giving you a Valentine's card? That's nasty to me. That's a little nasty. It's kind of disgusting. You need to stop being so weak. And what you need to understand is that life doesn't revolve around you. Keep reading. Read what's on the point that he just brought out. Give me Isaiah 3 and 12. You stay where you at, Rapper Yard. Tomorrow, you give me that real quick.
It's like, sir, if I could.
Go ahead.
For the mothers that is attached to their son and want them to be their husband, we got some strong older brothers in the UPK that will be happy to take you away from your son.
I'm trying to tell you, we got some strong younger brothers that'll take you too.
That's right.
We ain't, brothers in UPK ain't scared of no woman.
Right.
Pastor, he may be scared of you. Let me tell you something. You Cougars, you Pumas, you Thundercats, come on down the aisle. We got something for you. We can bring you back to your youth.
Right.
What we will do. We're not afraid of you. I promise you. What does it say? No cowards. You damn right, man. We got no cowards, and we make no excuses.
That's right.
We don't make no excuses about them Thundercats and them Pumas.
Yeah,
we sure ain't worried about that. Read what you got.
I don't know what concert. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people.
As for which people?
As for my people.
Mm-hmm.
Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Let me tell you something, brother. You are being weak because you're doing it for the kids. Why are you selling drugs? For the kids. Because I got to get this money for the kids. Why are you doing this? Because I got to do it for my kids, my wife, and my kids. You being oppressed by your children. And women ruling over you. You don't even realize that you're being ruled over by the woman because you're doing everything that she wants you to do. Who is my people? We got the women, we got the children. So who is he talking about?
You're talking about the pastor of his flock, which are men.
The men.
That's right.
He's talking about the men. You don't have the you can't be weak. You can't be weak, especially not right now. And I'm telling sisters this so that if you see a new level of sternness on your husband, it's righteous. If your husband got a little more no than yes, it's because he sees something in you that he has to fight before it grows too big. It's something in you that's growing, and it's selfish. It's selfish. And you don't care about the work that he has to do. You don't care about how much he has to sacrifice for everyone else. You married the Superman of the hood. Superman don't got time to sit down and Netflix and chill.
That's right.
He don't got time. He got to say to people.
Damn.
Go back to where you was at.
You want me to finish that, sir?
You finish it, go keep going. Slack it.
Yeah, I don't know what kind. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy paths.
Yeah, your religious leaders have strengthened the women in the churches. That's why the church is full of women. That's why it's carpet in the church. It's carpet in all the churches. Is there a school in the UPK with carpet in it?
Damn.
It's hard, paint on the floor. You know, we make the concrete look good, but I mean, it ain't no carpet in there mud. Right. You know why? Because churches are made for women. The curtains and the beautiful ambiance, the big doors, and the glitter and the lights and the music, that's for women. And you are the downfall of the nation if your man is not able to keep you in order. Eve, how did you get a cycle? By being Eve, thinking that your happiness is more important than everybody else. Let me help you out, brothers. I don't care how much money you have. Your woman will never be happy with your money. I don't care how much time you give her. Your woman will never be happy with the time you give her. There is nothing you can do to make your wife happy because she wants you to worship her. And it's not even her. It's just in her soul, unless she's in the truth. And we're teaching these sisters that are new to the truth how to fight that thing that makes them want to be worshiped. But the sisters in the school, these sisters are 1 in a million. Not 1 in 1,000, 1 in a million. These sisters are hardcore. I think about my sisters from all over. I know sisters from every zone that I could just think of that are just, oh my God.
Right.
They're just amazing. You know why? Because they love God for real. They love the Lord. And they're able to be selfless in loving God. Well, we're talking about Job right now. Go back to Job. We're talking about Job right now and Job's wife. And Job's wife is married to the most righteous man of her time.
Damn.
She's married to the Jesus of her time. How do I know?
Right.
Because God said, have you tried my servant Job? He is perfect, upright. He is in God's mouth.
Right.
You understand that? He is a name that the Lord is calling.
Good
Damn.
night.
Damn.
Jesus of her time. Go back to what we said in Job.
Come on, I'm there, sir.
We had Job 2.
Yeah, come on. Job 2 and verse 3, sir.
Read verse 7.
Come
Job
on,
2 and 7.
come on. It's the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 7. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sores, boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
Let me tell you something. The Lord had his children killed, his houses burnt down, his flock stolen, his riches taken from him, and now he's sick. And he's in the hospital, and he has boils from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. That's where he's at. And who's beside him? His beautiful, loving wife. She's with the most righteous man on the earth at the time.
Mm.
And what does she say to him?
Come on. Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
Do it.
Curse God and die.
She said, you see all this that God is doing to you, and you still love him? Man, forget him. And let's just die. Because let me tell you something, brothers. Your wife is more emotional than you are. Because you're a soldier, you understand the pain and the agony and the desponding thing and the desponding agonies that you have to go through. And you can go through them with strength. Your wife can't not. Your wife, she needs your strength.
Right.
How did Job respond to that?
Come on. Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
You know what he said? He said, oh, God was good when he was good. But when he was bad, now it's forget him? Lie. I'm not doing it. And Job didn't sin with his lips in the midst of the agony and the heartache and the pain that he was going through. You're going to have to know that there are going to be a lot of things that you're going to go through that you're not going to understand from your husband. But you're going to have to stick beside him. You're going to have to. And I know you're not going to understand it. I know it's going to be crazy to you. But that's why he's here. He was chosen to go through this heartache, pain, sunshine, rain, and stay with the Lord. Because you know what the angels is doing while Job is doing this? Rejoicing. The angels is looking at Job like, damn, that was hardcore. Satan said, Satan is one of one.
Right.
It ain't nobody else. It's Satan. Satan put this test on Job. And everybody looking at it, they're like, oh, they got Satan on this brother. This ain't no little day. This ain't no little Asmodeus. This ain't no Baal. This ain't no Beelzebub. This is Satan himself dealing with a brother that is your ancestor.
Right.
And everything in the heavens and the earth is looking at this to see, like, God damn, this nigga's solid. He lose his family, he lose his cars, his house, he lose everything he got. And his wife, his helpmate, says, why don't you just curse God and die? Any regular nigga would. But Job was supernatural. He said, woman, what the hell are you talking about? God blessed us. We were happy. When the bad days come, we're still going to love him.
Right.
Since that's what you're gonna have to do with your man, you're gonna stay beside him through the good and the bad. You're gonna have to bear all things. Then let me go to Proverbs 31, your favorite scripture. Now you're gonna understand what a virtuous woman really is. You're gonna understand what a real virtuous woman looks like. Go ahead, Shamar.
Yeah, all right. So I kind of got a question about that. All right, so Job didn't give in, right, to what his women said, right? But today, do most of our brothers give in because of the mother aspect of how our mothers raised us? Is that why some of our brothers give in and turn weak when it comes to the women and listen to what they say and do their will rather than the Most High's?
Go to Ecclesiasticus 33 and 22.
You said 33 and 22, sir? This is Ecclesiasticus.
Start at verse 18. He's going
Chapter 33, verse 18. Hear me, O ye great men of the people.
This is for you, leaders of the people. This is for you. Hear me, O you great men of the people. Let me tell you what attacks great men off the rip. Go ahead.
Sir. And hearken with your ears, ye rulers of the congregation. Verse 19. Give not thy son a wife, thy brother.
Read it again.
Salakia. Give not thy son and wife, thy brother and friend, power over thee while thou livest. Damn.
Keep going.
This highlighted too. And give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and thou entreat for the same again.
Let me tell you something. The only thing you got is your word and your balls. That's what you got. And a lot of you think staying in relationships with women that are contentious for the kids is good for the kids. When you are teaching your son, he should put up with a woman that is disrespectful, that puts her hands on her. You are hurting your children. You don't have to divorce your wife, but you don't have to live in the house with her either. You understand? You have to remember the most important thing that you have is your manhood. And your children are watching. So don't give your children and your wife power over you. Don't make them make you feel like you're wrong for what you're doing. You going to camp, you teaching class, you this and you that. You know why you're doing it. And your son will understand when he gets a baby's mother. You know how many young men come back to their father after they get a baby's mama? Oh, now I see what my daddy went through with my mama. Oh, now I understand it. You know how long this has been going on? We reading Ecclesiasticus out, and they saying the same thing. Keep going.
Sir, verse 20. As long as thou livest and hast breath in thee, give not thyself over to any.
I don't care what you're going through. I don't care how long you live. Don't give your power over to nobody when it comes to somebody trying to take your focus off of God and the work of God. You see who he titled this to? He titled this to the men of the people, the leaders. This is perfect for what we're talking about. Keep going.
Verse 21. For better is it that thy children should seek to thee, than thou shouldest stand to their courtesies.
It's better that you leave that house and your children grow up and they come and find you than for you to sit there and they see you be weak every day. It's better that you just leave. And a lot of Your baby's father's left for good reasons. See, you think he's a dead. No, he was no coward. He left because you can take the kids. I go make some more kids. You can take everything that I built with you. But you know what you can't have? My manhood. And that's what this whole class is about. Your husband's manhood is a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. It's not like it's not something that we can talk about. Well, what about my no. Read the next verse.
Verse 22. In all thy works, keep thyself the
preeminence. Look up preeminence.
Yeah. All right. Like, let me read that again. Ecclesiasticus 33, verse 22. In all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thy honor.
Leave not a what?
Stain in thy honor.
What's your honor?
My honor is, I guess, what I do, how I live, like my morals, the law, statutes.
Yeah, but give me something else. I just said that's not non-negotiable. Leave not a stain in my what?
Honor.
Rape, resign.
So like I say, your word.
Read the definition of preeminence. Maybe that'll help you.
Con. Get it right now. I got it. Preeminence means being superior, highest in rank, importance, or authority.
Leave not a stain on my rank. Leave not a stain on my what? Yeah, that's right.
It's like it, sir.
Yeah.
Reputation.
Nah, my manhood. Listen, I'm gonna let my kids speak after me. They'll come back and say, Daddy, why you left me when I was 5? Because your mama was a bitch. And your mama tried to run me and control me. And I wasn't gonna let you see me be weak because I don't want you to be weak.
Right.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave. And if you come and look for me, I'll tell you what happened. And I'll let you know I love you with all my heart, mind, and soul. I wanted to be there for you. I wish I could have stood there for you. But one thing I wasn't gonna put up with was nobody trying to run me. That's in the Bible. You're not gonna take a man's manhood. You're not doing that. And if you married to a leader, you better watch what you say to that man. Because that man works for God. If you can't speak evil of a man that's in a cartel and escape with your life, then how do you expect to speak evil of a prophet of God and escape with your life?
Right.
I think God is way more vicious than the Sinaloa cartel. I think he's a little bit more. I think his cartel is a little more gangster. Let me tell you something. The Most High is responsible for every death that has ever happened since the beginning of time.
Right.
He the most gangster nigga in the earth, in the heavens and the earth, above and below. There is nothing more gangster than the Most High. And your husband works for him. Sis, chill. Chill, sis. Because the Lord will just say, hey, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill her today. Don't cry over it. Go to camp though. Let me tell you something. There's a sister named Abigail in the Bible, right? And David was out in the field watching the sheep for her wicked husband, Nabal, because they had the sheep grazing in the middle of the hood where all the robbers was at. And he was like, man, I know they're gonna try to get old buddy sheep. So him and his men was on Shamar for the sheep, just watching them. And then the robbers came and they tried to handle the young brother that was out there with the sheep. And he say, hey, y'all ain't finna take these sheep. Not today, bro. Not these sheep. Y'all can go over there and get them sheep from old buddy. But the sheep that this dude watching, y'all ain't getting them. The dude went back home and said, hey man, David and his man protected me while I was out there with the sheep. And the boss was like, so? Who is them niggas? I don't know them. He was like, Salaki. Next day, David go out there like, hey, if I could, hey, warrior, hey, talk to your master and see if he could give us a couple of sheep and a couple of drinks. You know what I'm saying? Because we hungry and we've been looking out for you. And he was like, come on, sir, the water. I'm gonna go let him know. He go back home and say, Salaki, sir, David asked for some food and drink. He asked for some goats, some sheep, some liquor. And the boss say, man, forget David and his men. I ain't giving them niggas shit. He went back out there and told David, man. David like, all right, that's a bet. Don't worry about it. All right, y'all, let's go kill this nigga. Them niggas on the way to his house riding slow. They ain't even riding fast. Like, you know, it ain't even like an adventure or nothing. It's like, yeah, we're about to go kill this nigga, then come take his food, take his rib. We're about to take all that. But he had a righteous wife named Annabelle. Annabelle said, go and get what they want and load up something and take it out there. So he go out there, he load it up, he take it to her, and then she come and she say, Salakia, I know that you are a great and powerful terror in these streets. And I would like to say Salakia on the behalf of my husband and my family, and we give you these lamb, these goats, and this drink. They was like, shit. You definitely a righteous woman because I was about to kill your husband. She went home and told her husband a few days. He died. As soon as David found out and the ball died, he went and married Annabelle.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Let's just say, for instance, you got a husband that's a wicked nigga. The Lord sees it. He sees what's going on. And the Lord will free you from that nigga. And I know you probably don't want to hear that. But because you're in the truth and you serve the God of the Bible, he doesn't want his daughters to go through the pain that his sons are going through. You know how a man is about his daughters. Sis, just hold on. Stay righteous. Because the Lord will send a death angel to that evil nigga and will unalive him. Ask some people. They've seen it. They've seen it happen. And I just pray that you understand you don't have to take matters in your own hands. You don't have to leave him and say, oh no, I'm enduring too much pain. It's too much. The Lord will make sure that you don't endure no pain. He'll stop the pain. But you have to be something worth making a move like that for.
Right.
That's why you have to be virtuous. And in the past, mothers used to teach their sons to want a virtuous woman. Give me that. Give me Proverbs 31.
Come on, Con.
Start at
verse 1.
Yeah.
Come on, Con. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31 and verse 1. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. Verse 2. What, my son, and what, the son of my womb, and what, the son of my vows. Verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women.
Don't do what?
Give not thy strength unto women.
Who wrote this? I thought the Bible is male chauvinistic. The man always talking. That's what this is all about. Right. A woman said this to her son. He's like, first of all, when you're looking for a wife, son, don't give your honor and your strength to a woman. If you in your high school PK, these records are for you to remember so that you can understand what not to do because you're a leader of the people. What is Lemuel? King Lemuel, he was a leader of the people. King Solomon was a leader of the people at a young age. And a lot of you come into the truth at a young age. And you're trying to find your way. You're trying to find a wife. Well, here's instruction on how to find one. First thing you can't do is be weak under her. You can't give your power and your strength over to her. Does that mean to be an asshole and she doesn't have a voice and you don't listen to her? Shut up, woman. I get the biggest piece of chicken and I'm the man and I'm this and I'm shut up. That ain't what we're talking about. What we're talking about is understanding that you have the last word. Let her talk. Let her say whatever it is she needs to say and listen to her. Listen. That's what you have to do because you have to give her honor as the weaker vessel. She's definitely the weaker vessel. And it is her job to submit to you, but it's your job to die for her. I think that's not fair. You mean to tell me all you got to do is submit and I got to die? Is that even? Is that equality? Y'all always talking about equal rights. Well, when y'all gonna start dying for us?
Right.
Y'all not. Y'all never going to. And we want to destroy this world and destroy everybody that's destroying us to make you soft, tender, and delicate again to where you ain't got to walk around on the soles of your feet no more. To where somebody carrying you around with a palm off of a tree fanning you. That's what we want to make this world. But we're not going to be able to do that with you being the queen of Babylon. Because now you want to take on the spirit of the white man and do what he say to do. No, we're going to need you to be a princess of Israel. And you're going to have to be virtuous. You got to use that thing that God gave you. Let me tell you what God gave a black woman. God gave a black woman ideas. Oh my God. Black women have so many ideas. But you know what black men have? Governance. We have order of your ideas. You're a dreamer. We live in reality. You're like, listen, babe, I want to start a business with washing machines and I want to get all the coins and we're going to be rich. Well, how much does an average washing machine make? Laundry mat make? Well, it makes about, nah, babe, it ain't nothing to invest your money, your life savings into. I understand it's a good idea. It's going to make some money, but if 10 wash machines break down at once, how much does it cost to fix 10 wash machines? That's a lot of money. Yeah, this may not be lucrative. That's what a man has, and you have to respect it to protect you from the danger of your brain, because you have a brain that God gave you that made America great. You're the first computer. Remember that. That movie, what this shit called? Hidden Spaces, Hidden Places, Hidden something.
Hidden Figures, sir.
Hidden Figures, that movie. That movie is about 3 black women, that got the white man to the moon. Doing math on a board. No calculator. A black woman was your first calculator. Oh, our women are amazing. But guess who they are amazing for? NASA. The white man. For his system. For destroying our house. If you want to know what black houses would look like if a black woman was the ruler and the leader of the house, you're looking at it. Black men been out of the house since the 80s, since the crack epidemic. You got 40 years of leadership. And it didn't work. No sweat. We're not mad at you. We're not going to even talk about it. We're not against you. We're your brothers. And we down with you. It's time to put your brothers back in their rightful seat.
That's right.
The leaders of the people the flock of my pasture are men. That's what we got to get back to. So now, Lemuel, King Solomon's mother, is telling them, don't give your strength over to a woman, but find a virtuous woman. Read verse 10.
Khan. Who can find a virtuous woman?
Read that again.
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Shissy said, who can find them? What does that mean about a virtuous woman? Go ahead, Rabiat.
They hard to find.
They hard to find, which lets us know that you are something precious. You're precious because we found you. Keep going.
Khan. For her price is far above rubies.
Keep going.
Verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her,
Come on.
so that he shall have no need of spoil.
Yeah, now I don't gotta go sell girls because I know that I have an excellent wife with 1,000 ideas that we can benefit from while I go and build the nation. See, we're gonna use that money to benefit this. And we're gonna use this for that. And you see how it's gonna benefit everybody? And that's what a mind of Black men have to go to. Black men can't be selfish and just think about their houses because the people mourn when you don't have a leader. Black men have to think about everybody's houses.
Right.
And a Black woman, you only been tasked with looking out for yours, but you have to be able to help others because you are like a merchant ship. You work so hard day and night. You are the greatest woman on the face of this earth. Black and Hispanic women are on another level of woman that nobody can find, nobody can match. You're the greatest women on this earth.
That's right.
And we're the greatest men on this earth. And you are going to have to let the world know you got the greatest men, and we're going to let the world know we got the greatest women. And we're going to do it together as Blacks and Hispanics. That's what we're going to do. We're going to show the world how strong we are together because the world has seen how weak and destroyed we are divided. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. We gonna put the nation back together. Keep going.
Khan, verse 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life.
Read verse 20.
Khan, verse 20. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor. Yeah, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy.
Keep going.
Khan, verse 21. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. Verse 22. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
Let me tell you how great our women are. Our women ain't afraid of hard work. Our women ain't afraid of low overtime. Our women ain't afraid to get nothing done. Now imagine if all our women had that in mind about the nation. Not just their house alone, but about their brothers and their sisters. Let me tell you something. That thing right there is something that the white man never wants you to put your mind back on. He don't never want you to put your mind back to us and not me. He wants you to keep thinking about me. The scripture wants you to think about us. You get back to that, we're going to get the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Now, you read scriptures like, the bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife. We got one wife without you. We got oil poured on our head. We got married to the work. And we got to be blameless in this work. And we can't whore on our wife for our wife. We can't turn our back on the Lord for you, because we are married to the Lord, and we need for you to understand that. We need you to understand that what we're doing in here is raising up virgins. Give me that revelation.
Con.
I need that real quick. Revelations 14:4.
Con. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women.
What does that mean? That means the only way you're going to get the kingdom is you got to be a man with no woman. You got to be a virgin. You know, men are not virgins. But this said these are they that are not defiled with women. You know what women are? Multiple doctrines, multiple things that they're married to. Keep going.
Con. For they are virgins.
They are what?
They are virgins.
Keep going.
These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb.
Keep going.
Con, verse 5. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God.
Let me tell you something. What your husband is saying, coming out the truth, ain't no lying. I know it may sound like game. I know it sounds crazy. But you're going to have to trust the man that God gave you, because he gave you something that's going to protect you from the world to come. And this world to come is an ugly, evil world. And you married a man of God, even if he's a trooper. You look at that man like, damn, nigga, you could be someone that I'm reading about in the Bible.
Right.
Because he is someone you're reading about in the Bible. Precept.
Con.
Shamar 1.
The spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets.
The spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets. The prophets of God always find their way back to the truth. And the Lord allow you to marry one of the men that is going to find their way back to God. You should thank the Lord for your husband. I know he may not be all he's going to be right now, but bear all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things, because charity never fails.
That's right.
Love your husband. Stand by his side, because that's the burden of marrying a leader. You may not get all the time. You may not get all the trips. You may not get all the recognition. You may not get all of the everything. But what you will get is righteousness. And you will get something that no one else can have. You know how many women say they would marry Jesus? You could never marry Jesus, because Jesus would never be home.
That's right.
You would be hurt. Now, let me tell you something, brothers. There is nothing that you can do to make, I know, let me ask you brothers on the panel. You got my video? Get my video queued up. You think, what's the number one reason you think your woman ain't happy with you? What are you missing? Go ahead, Rapiat.
Me personally, I think it would be like time. That's about it.
Time. What else? What else is the brothers missing? Anybody? Rapiat. Salaki. Resign.
Money, sir?
Money. You think that if you had more money, she could be happy? The brother said giving her control. That's true. giving her control. She wants control. She wants to rule over you. That's what this is all about. Ruling over you. And you think that the reason you got to go so hard at the slave is because that's why she's not happy. Let me tell you something. This video I'm about to show, all of these women that left their men, they're heroes. And I'm going to see if everybody can hear the word that they use that makes them heroes for leaving these men. Now, black men, these men, they got money. So now we're going to find out why they left, which will free you from the burden of trying to do it. Play the video.
And who left the world's richest men and never looked back. Number 7, Mackenzie Scott. Split from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos was one of the most publicized divorces in modern history. After 25 years of marriage, she walked away not just from the world's richest man, but from a life of unimaginable luxury. Instead of clinging to her $38 billion settlement, she used it to transform lives, donating billions to charities, women's rights groups, and education programs. Her decision was more than a separation. It was a statement of self-worth and purpose. Mackenzie didn't just leave a marriage, she left behind wealth as identity, proving fulfillment comes from giving, not keeping. Number 6, Tallulah Riley. Twice married to Elon Musk, Tallulah Riley's story feels like something out of a movie. Love, ambition, and freedom all tangled together. She fell for Musk's vision and intensity, but eventually realized she needed her own to grow. After their second divorce in 2016, Tallulah didn't spiral, she flourished. She returned to acting, wrote a successful novel, and found peace away from the noise of billion-dollar rockets and tech empires. Sometimes love isn't about staying. It's about knowing when to let go and live your own story. And Tallulah did just that. Number 5, Melinda French Gates. After 27 years of marriage to Microsoft founder Bill Gates, Melinda French Gates made one of the boldest decisions of her life, to walk away from both a marriage and a shared empire. Their split shocked the world, but for Melinda, it was about reclaiming independence after decades of partnership in one of the world's most powerful philanthropic ventures. She walked away with billions, but her true gain was freedom, the ability to focus her charity work entirely on women and girls without compromise. Number 4, Juanita Binoy. When Juanita Binoy ended her 17-year marriage to basketball legend Michael Jordan, it marked one of the most talked about celebrity divorces ever. The settlement, reportedly worth $168 million, was record-breaking, but Juanita's real victory was walking away from the chaos of fame. Tired of living under constant media attention, she chose peace over publicity, quietly stepping out of the spotlight. Unlike many who capitalize on their famous connections, Juanita built a private life centered on family and self-respect. Number 3, Deandra Luker. Deandra Luker's split from Hollywood star Michael Douglas in 2000 ended a 2-decade marriage and became one of the most expensive celebrity divorces of its time, with her receiving around $45 million. Yet, what truly defined her wasn't the payout. It was how she walked away from fame itself. Instead of clinging to the glitz of Hollywood, Deandra quietly rebuilt her life as a film producer and art collector, far from red carpets and tabloids. Her decision to leave the spotlight prioritized peace and privacy. Number 2, Anna Murdoch. After 32 years of marriage to media tycoon Rupert Murdoch, Anna Murdoch received one of the largest divorce settlements in history, over $1.7 billion. But her real wealth wasn't money, it was peace. She had spent decades in the shadow of one of the world's most powerful men, and when she finally she built a quieter, more meaningful life. She focused on family, faith, and writing, far from the chaos of media headlines. Anna's story reminds us that freedom sometimes has a price tag, but it's worth every cent. Number 1, Elin Nordegren. Elin Nordegren married golf legend Tiger Woods in 2004. Their picture-perfect life changed in 2009 when reports of Tiger's personal mistakes surfaced, leading to their divorce the following year. Instead of focusing on heartbreak, Elin rebuilt her life with quiet strength. She earned a psychology degree and dedicated herself to raising their 2 children. Years later, she found love again with former NFL player Jordan Cameron, with whom she welcomed a son in 2019. Ellen's story is one of grace and renewal, showing that walking away can sometimes lead to the peace you truly deserve. 7 women who left the world's richest men.
Well, everybody, what are they choosing? Does anybody know? Shamar one?
Like I could be wrong. I feel like they choosing what every woman chooses when she leaves her man. Family.
Family? We talk about family. They choosing family, and what else? Rapayard?
Peace and and us.
Family and peace and independence.
Right.
They chose independence, they chose family, and they chose peace. Brother, you think the problem is money when she just want to be free from the burden of having to be your wife.
Hey,
There is nothing that you can do about that, Uncle.
hey.
There's nothing you can do because she's going to choose peace. These women got millions and billions of dollars and they were not happy with their man. You never have time for me. You're never available. Jeff Bezos' wife started with him from the bottom when Amazon was a dream. And she said in her own interview that we started to have two different calendars. He had a calendar and I had a calendar, and the conversations dwindled and we just stopped having talks. So I had to do what's best for me and find peace. Those women were with millionaires and billionaires. Michael Jordan's wife left him. Michael Jordan's wife left him. Nick, it is amazing that you are keeping yours because you broke and you ain't gonna never have billions because you work for God.
Right.
If they want freedom, the Lord said, give them liberty. Let them have their liberty. Let them have their freedom because freedom destroys you. Independence destroys you. The fact that you have a woman that's sitting by your side as a poor man, you found a ruby. Our sisters in this school are amazing. There is nothing greater than a sister in the ISUPK because she understands that love suffereth long and it's kind. Go ahead.
Come on. I got two things. We had 2 hours, just to let you know the timestamp. And when you saying these things, sir, I think of Stephen Curry's wife. How like Stephen Curry, he seemed like he would be like the most perfect man for a woman because he's so Christian. He's not gonna step outside, and he's not gonna get another rib. He makes millions of dollars. He does everything you want, and you say that you're tied down and you've been held back because of Stephen Curry.
Monogamy is all about control.
Right.
Because most women that are monogamous will have a threesome with their husband.
That's right.
You know why they'll have a threesome? Because they can choose the woman because they're in control. It is not about she doesn't want me to have another wife. She wants to be in control. And you have to take control from her. If you don't, we'll never get the garden, Adam. We'll never get the garden. You have to do what's good for the people and not what's good for your house.
That's right.
With that, pay your tithes. This is the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. If a brother or sister meet a man, she is off limit for 6 months. She is to be saluted only.
That's
if
right.
a brother and sister is interested in each other, they must talk to the camp leader to be able to court. Tithes is 1/10 of every increase that you receive from your slavery or anywhere. You must pay your tithes. Ma'ashara in the Hebrew, 10th. The next feast day is Sunday, the closing of unleavened bread.
Right.
Troopers wear all black shoes, shirt, pants, and all that. These conclude the security announcements. With that, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb.
Shalom,
Yahweh Shema the Thun by Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Shalom.
That was the illest security I've ever heard.